Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at tablemon. So trying to separate a little bit from purely playing top meta decks, which based on the views of the last videos, you are probably a little bit tired of those decks. Unfortunately, Paradox Rift is a long ways away still to be available. So in the meantime, I am going to try to mix in some interesting cool little decks that might not be as competitive, but are still fun to play nonetheless, depending on your approach to the game. I personally have a lot more fun winning than attacking from the bench and probably losing a game regardless, but we're gonna give it a go. Yeah, we're gonna give it a genuine go on trying to win with this deck, and hopefully ALAKAZAM EX can pull through for us. Now, this card has a brand new mechanic, something that has never been seen in 27 years of the Pokemon trading card game existing, which is attacking from the bench. There are many attacks that you attack and then you go to the bench, but there has never before, as far as I know, as far as I remember, an attack that you were able to use from the bench. And that is what ALAKAZAM EX brings to the table. Now, this does mean you can hide behind a Klefki, which locks down your opponent's basic Pokemon abilities. You can hide behind a Mimikyu with a safeguard ability, preventing your opponent's Pokemon EX and Pokemon V from damaging you. And you can also potentially trap something with the block Snorlax, prevent them from retreating, and then either lock them or and KO them before they can do something to you, or quite simply lock something there, and then maybe you win the game just by decking them out and keeping that Pokemon in the active. So we'll have to see how it works out. We also have Mew and Manaphy for support. We have a bit of disruption with the Judge. We also have Erika's Invitation, which allows us to take a look at our opponent's hand and choose a basic Pokemon there and put it in play and then bring it to the active, which combines really nicely with Snorlax, I guess. It's a cool combo-ish you can pull off. Something that you can do, for example, against Gardevoir EX decks. And then if they have Manaphy or Greninja in their hand, you can do that, bring it up into the active, and then you are able to basically win the game because they're not playing any switching cards as of late. That might change this weekend at Peoria Regionals, but so far we have not seen Guardy decks play something like Penny or a Switch in a very long time, since NAIC probably. Now, the good thing is you can play Path to Peak in this deck as you don't rely on any rule box abilities, which is very nice to see. I do sometimes wished in the games that I played with this deck that I had Radiance Arena or something to heal a little bit of damage from the board. Yeah, Radiant Greninja, you play so few energies that's probably not worth it, but just some food for thought. Let's jump into some games, see if we can get some wins with ALAKAZAM EX. I was very impressed by Blastoise EX. Let's see what happens with ALAKAZAM EX. If you want to support the channel, you can use code tablemon to get 5% off at Potent Store for your online codes, 10% off for your sealed product at Flipside Gaming, and 10% off on your aluminum accessories at TC Evolutions. Or if you're looking to buy singles or sleeves, you can fill up your cart and close the tab, then click on the affiliate link in the description and check out. That way you can support the channel over at TCG Player, Card Market, and Dragon Shield. ¿Eres de México y necesitas cartas de Pokémon? Busca Hyperbeam Cards en Facebook e Instagram. Y si estás en Tijuana, búscalos en el local C27 en el Centro Comercial Otay. Alright, so we get to go first, which is great. Let's see what we can do with this sort of like small denial can have an effect. We have a decent-ish hand, though we do rely big on Mew to get us somewhere. Now, our opponent starts Manaphy, so that doesn't tell us a lot of information, like to the point where we could be up against a mirror match, even. Unfortunately for me, though, I'm even going to fail this Mew. I don't want to clog my hand, as I want to draw cards with Bibarel. And this is less than ideal, but it is what it is. So my opponent sees Mew, Psychic, Bidoof, and Path to a Peak. I feel like they can probably make an educated guess on what they're up against. Now we do confirm this is in fact a Giratina Lost Box deck, which just starts the raw Colress experiment. So starting a Klefki would have been pretty decent. The Path and them playing Path means there's no risk of Greninja drawing them cards. There is the risk of Greninja attacking, of course. But we do see no Comphase, just a straight up Giratina into Abyss Seeking so that they can get to 4 cards right there. All right. So off to a solid start for them. There's the Mimikyu. So maybe we can entice my opponent to not evolve. Now this is looking very precarious, but I really need to maximize my... What the heck? Okay, well, slowly but surely we are going to set up our friends. No Klefki for us, but it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and boss up the Manaphy. Gonna go ahead and attach, and we are going to pass. Not much else to be done. I'm just trying to thin as much as I can in order to maximize my draws with the Bibarel. Now we are going to see a Nest Ball, presumably for a Cramorant. No threat of Sableye just yet. The Abra's having 50 HP. So bad though. Alright, there's a Comfey, which will get them to 5 in the lost zone. But yeah, this is not looking great. Mimikyu is basically useless at this point. They do have another Jet Energy, which is fantastic for them. And yeah, I mean, not a lot of expectations for ALAKAZAM EX, being one of the new decks from 151. I do like the idea behind the deck, but the damage is just a little pitiful, I would say. And there we have it. Another free Seeking for my opponent when we threaten absolutely nothing. We haven't had a chance to disrupt the hand. Just no counterplay at all from us. All right. Another path, and I think the Psychic that was. Okay. So that's not horrible. I kind of feel like I would love to disrupt this turn, so that's why I'm using Mysterious Tail first. I want to try and, well, I mean, this guarantees an attack, which is nice. And let's just take a quick look. I mean, finding a Judge here would be so good, right? Finding a Judge here would be... Oh my gosh, I need to grab this Psychic Energy. Why did I just grab the Abra? All right, well, finding a Psychic now would be even better. Okay, well, it is what it is. I definitely needed to Psychic Energy here. Okay, and so now we get to attack. Our Mew is left in the active. This damage is not terrible. So, okay, maybe what I should have done is retreat into Mimikyu whilst attacking. That way, yep, if they evolve, they get punished. If they don't evolve, then they also get punished. However, if they have another Colress, they will be getting to 10, and then they're free to use Sableye. Or they can go, well, if they Colress, they can't go boss. KO the ALAKAZAM EX. But everything points to them having the Colress, maybe. No disruption from me. Sorry about that. Forgot to put my phone in silent mode. All right, I see another Sableye. So we haven't seen any sort of switching cards for my opponent other than that first switch card. Sure. I'm guessing, yeah, Comfey. If they don't hit the Colress, I think we're still gonna lose, but we'll see. Wait, Judge. Ooh, switch card. Okay. They did get. Oh, no way. Wait, what? Do they have the boss? I'm guessing they have the boss. Yeah, they have the boss. All right. So this sets up the ALAKAZAM, of course. to be sniped later down the line with the Sableye, so they don't mind that lost impact. They will be able to take multiple prizes anyways. All right, we'll see. So what we do know is that they don't have Colress. Could take a peek at their hand, but I really need to evolve this Abra, like, right now. So we're just gonna research. This will give my opponent information. Wait, what does the first attack do? Oh, 30 damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, so can we get another rare candy? Otherwise, we can evolve into Kadabra, but the Sableye will still get 2 prizes anyways. All right, in Mew we trust. Nope. All right, well, it is what it is. For the first time in 7 years of making content though, you will see a Kadabra in play from tablemon. So hooray for that. All right. Sure, I'll retreat into the Mimikyu. So some sort of passive healing would be nice with this deck. Probably not gonna happen, but would be nice. My start was just so awful though that there's not much I could have done. Now we are going to see this Mirage Gate for a single water energy to pay the retreat cost. That does mean Sableye will KO Kadabra and ALAKAZAM, right? Presumably. And that should be it. If they unless they make a mistake, I'm gonna immediately concede once they do that. And they have left a leftover damage counter. That's crazy. All right, 20. 10, that's a knockout. And the damage on the Kadabra. All right, on to the next one. All right, so game number 2. We are up against potentially Charizard EX based on the sleeves. So this is where Mimikyu could maybe have some sort of impact, but we have yet another fantastic start with one of our useless Pokemon. All right, we'll see. We shall see what happens. It is indeed a Charizard EX deck. We do see the Battle VIP Pass get played immediately. All right, so probably just gonna end up going either Fog Crystal for Mew and then switch into it and then research. Not sure, we'll see. We shall see. We are assuming we are up against the Curitiba Regional Champion deck of sorts. Now my opponent does choose to go for Sealstone for Battle VIP Pass. Which is sometimes good, sometimes not so good, depending on your hand. I feel like always going for that is definitely a mistake. I was questioned in the video that I uploaded using that deck on why I didn't do that. In one turn, when having the first Sealstone meant I had a guaranteed turn to Charizard EX to be able to attack. So it's like sometimes you want to do it, sometimes you don't. Yeah. All right. However, they only went for one Pokemon, which is really odd. All right. So I am able to grab a Mew and also might be the path. No, I think it's the energy. I'm not happy about losing the attachment, but I really want to switch into the Mew. And then how many energy? 7. That's not a lot. That's for sure. All right, so I'll do this, switch into the Mew, and then play down the path, and then research. All right, I took an attachment. That's nice. Can we get a battle VIP pass? Nope. That's okay though. We get another Abram. I mean, how good? I said battle VIP pass. I did not mean battle VIP pass. It's so many videos, so many decks. Things get a little confused sometimes. Okay, so this is a problem because now we are dead drawing as we don't have access to B-Barrel. So getting even an attack off next turn will not be easy. No. But wow, just discards double Arven. So they must have already have something like Rare Candy, and they'll search for Pidgeot, and then they already have the Lost Vacuum or the Lost City. So yeah, this deck is feeling very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. And just like every other deck, depends on your start. However, definitely in an awkward situation. I would love to get a Ionode here. That would be so cool. So cool. Or to top deck a Psychic or a Fog Crystal. Either or. All right. What? Trekking shoes and choice belt. So, what? They Ultra Balled for Charmeleon whilst having Arven. And they got rid of 2 Arvens as well. I don't know. I mean, they had 3 Arven in their hand, but this is a questionable card. Okay. So, no energy. Can we get energy, or can we get at least a level ball? For Bidoof, it's going to be level ball. So I'm not going to attack this turn, which sucks. Wait, oh, what? What? I priced both Bidoofs? No way. Oh my god. Why? Well, it is what it is. I priced both Bidoofs. Alright. If I had a Psychic, I could go Boss KO Charmeleon or Boss KO Pidgey, and that would have been super nice. But slowly but surely wins the race. Except I'm not so sure about this one. Alright. And so I know there's interest in like these sort of fun decks, but I personally I'm not having fun. You know, I have fun when I win. These are decent strategies. My opponent just played Aluminium under Path to the Peak. So like, I mean, those situations are funny. However, I have more fun when I'm winning. Yeah, my opponent going discard 2 Arvens for a Charmeleon instead of playing Arven, have access to potentially a Rare Candy, and then Arven get rid of the path, then Rare Candy Charizard, and they'd be a couple prizes ahead. It's like, it's just questionable overall, you know? And yeah, there's the concession. So very questionable. On to the next one. All right, so we have a Klefki start with a dead hand. So this deck is just all over the place. And this is the 3rd game in a row where we have like questionable-ish starts, right? Now, the Klefki will in fact potentially slow down my opponent if we're up against Miraidon, which I suspect we are. And I'm getting the Bidoof so that any Ultra Ball top deck can be useful. And now we hope. Yeah. Even a Judge or an Iono would be fantastic. My opponent sends a thumbs up as soon as I played down both. Oh, wow. Why didn't you play Iono? That's so many energies in the discard pile. So they won't have trouble attacking, that's for sure. They do immediately counter the path, which we will just counter again. All right, please don't KO my Bidoof. I really need my Bidoof to survive. Just a pass, all right. Okay, well. All right, so I'm gonna hold on to these two cards, even though I could use them, of course. I could Recant the ALAKAZAM. That accomplishes nothing, right? Whereas if I top deck Ultra Ball, I can get P-Barrel, and I can actually do stuff. Yeah. So we'll see. A supporter would be just brilliant. Bravery Charm and Judge. All right, so I feel like if I put myself at a 0-card hand, they probably would not have done that anyways. So I think it was okay to do it. But yeah, I don't know. So this is a weird game. Attacking with Klefki could actually be relevant to remove the Bravery Charm from the Raikou, because that's what it does, right? Discard all Pokemon tools from your opponent's active Pokemon. Yes, that is indeed what it does. Okay. So we see a Miraidon, no tandem unit though, double ability lock for my opponent. Now there's always a risk of Zapdos EX, so now I'm gonna be nice to my opponent, and I'm gonna be the one to Iono, and I will send a thumbs up just like they did. All right, now Mimikyu could also be an impactful card. So we'll see if that ever factors in here. I want to keep the energy safe. I think like I'm not playing a lot of energies in this deck. And then let's go bench Mimikyu. With the path in play. Oh, wow. Well, that's fantastic. I was absolutely not expecting that. Only a switch would have made this better. Yeah, but now I can finally hide behind Mimikyu. We unlock the Kadabra, which is also good. And now we have Evolve, Attach, and P-Brawl plus a potential boss. My opponent sends another passive-aggressive emoji. Battle of the Emojis. I'm gonna send them one as well. All right. So there's Mareep. So if I just go boss KO the Mareep, well, they probably have something like Zeraora or Zapdos or something along those lines, right? They could even use Mew EX potentially to copy Mimikyu's attack. It would probably be a little too late. And actually that's not going to be good enough. As long as I can bench the other Mimikyu. Because they KO one Mimikyu, then I KO them back because I hit them for weakness. And then just promote another Mimikyu. So Mimikyu on its own might be able to win this match for us. If I end up knocking out both Mareeps. I mean, they do have boss, right? But they'll probably never be able to one-shot ALAKAZAM. Unless they hit like crazy double electric generators each and every time. Which with 4 energies in the discard pile, that's very unlikely. Right? 6 energy in the discard pile now, in fact. Alright, there's a Zapdos EX, which I am protected from with Mimikyu. So I'm perfectly okay with that. I mean, Manaphy, not Mimikyu. Jeez, I'm getting my Pokemon confused. But, I mean, this is fun, I guess, but only because I'm doing so well. Only because I'm winning. Alright, let's go for another Mimikyu. Yeah, so that an escape rope doesn't let them play around this. And then we're going to do this. And then we are going to do this, which is their only attacker right now that can deal with Mimikyu. We're going to draw some extra cards. And let's go. All right. Looking good. Got another fog crystal. We have research. We are right now immune to their attacks. Paying retreat cost would be a little costly, but we can and continue to attack, which is nice. So what card does my opponent have to combat this Mimikyu now? With both Mareeps gone, how do you beat Mimikyu? 3-hit Cannon Raikou is super annoying. super annoying. Alright, we get Ionode, not a big deal when you have the Beeb in play, which is fantastic. Defiance Band, completely useless card. I have a feeling my opponent is just playing the exact winning list from Japan. So, oh wow, that's a solid hit. But I mean, if they KO ALAKAZAM once, that's fine. They're never gonna do it twice. Not in time anyways. So no KO on the Mimikyu, no damage at all. Very nice. Okay. Do I Super Rod? Nah. Do I discard the Super Rod? I feel like I do. I don't feel like there's ever going to be anything I want to recover because I'm so far ahead at this point. So just finding energies, continuing to apply pressure. That's all we really want. And there's one more energy. So now which ALAKAZAM do I do? I've already discarded my Super Rod. I will be researching here. There's a world where maybe Erika's invitation is relevant. Now I have all the energy I could possibly want. And here we are, 120 damage. All right. I don't know as my opponent. What can you do? I really don't know. I mean, that's one thing you can do for sure. I guess knocking out Manaphy could be a decent choice because then Zapdos EX becomes a little more threatening, but not really. Knocking out Bibarel, fine by me. No problem at all. Is there merit to powering up Mimikyu? Maybe there is. Obviously, even if they have 4 bosses orders, it could get really complicated for them. What do I have left? I have a Klefki and an Abra. Attacking with Klefki just means the exact same thing, right? Like, it doesn't benefit me in any way. So sure, I'll grab the Abra, but all I need to do is keep attacking. Save the judges in case, for whatever reason, I'm about to deck myself out. What they can do is, like, retreat and cycle around their Pokemon. It might take me 7 more attacks to win. So making sure I have access to a judge to replenish my deck is important. But we'll see. Yeah, we shall see. All right. There's called Lucham. So yeah, like I said, Zapdos EX is how they can pressure the bench, but that only lasts 2 turns. And then that's it. Now, okay. With this boss, if they go attached to the Zapdos, I probably will want to attach to a Mimikyu, in fact. Playing entry. Well, I'm still protected with Manaphy. So I needed to first KO Manaphy. I don't even know. I think they needed to go boss Manaphy and then I'm just long term, I'm not seeing it. I really am not seeing it. All right. I might, like, if somehow my 2 Mimikyus go down, I might need to attack with Mimikyu, so that's what I'm gonna do. So we finally knock out this Raikou, and that's less energy now available for Raichu to get the KO. I'm sure my opponent's now thinking, why didn't I attach that energy to Zapdos? However, with Manaphy, like, what do they even do? And like, if you go another boss here and knock out ALAKAZAM, you're out of energy then. Or you have 1 energy in play. Whoop-de-doo. How do you get your last 2 prizes that way? So yeah, I guess if you want to auto-win Miraidon. But I feel like it's Mimikyu that's auto-winning Miraidon here, not ALAKAZAM as a deck. It just doesn't feel very good. 120 damage is underwhelming. Klefki doesn't stop all the abilities, neither does Mimikyu. So this is a deck that you would classify as fun, you know? I have way more fun when I win than when I lose. So I personally would prefer to play a different deck in order to try and win just a little bit more, you know? Just a little bit more. All right. So now they have any card they want. What is the card they want here? Escape Rope. Just bring up the other Mimikyu. Zapdos cannot attack Mimikyu and cannot attack the bench. So at the very least, they should have attacked the Manaphy if Zapdos was their plan. Opponent, please, why? There's the Manaphy right there. Are you not seeing it? The double shield. What is going on? Billiam. There you go. I think my opponent just forgot what Manaphy did and what Mimikyu did, because they didn't even target the ALAKAZAM, they just targeted the Mimikyu twice. Nice MVPs for each player. The super ultra rare complete black cards that are only available on TCG Live. But anyways, cool concept. The damage is underwhelming. The deck as a whole feels underwhelming. Maybe it can be played in a different way. I don't think so. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on ALAKAZAM EX. Have you had any success with it? And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.